right?
Yep.
Oh, it's afternoon already. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to present the August report of the Waipuna Halswell-Hornby-Riccarton Community Board. I will touch on first on the staff reports presented to the board at its last meeting and the decisions made under delegation, and then Helen will talk on the Youth Development Fund allocations and the next few slides on what's been happening around the Riccarton and Hornby area while I do the Halswell area. So first is on the proposed traffic and parking improvements along Arthur Street in Riccarton, where access, safety, and parking concerns were raised by the community due to activity related to Middleton Grange School. The board approved the officer recommendations, which will ease congestion and lead to a reduction in the risk of a crash by improving sightlines for pedestrians and vehicles. The board approved also the proposed names for one new road and 2 new lanes in the subdivision development at 678 Cashmere Road. The board also approved the proposal to install a stop control on Lillian Street in Halswell at its intersection with Ensign Street and Wales Street, which is currently controlled by a giveaway control, but because of reduced visibility for vehicles turning out of Lillian Street, the stop control will achieve the desired community outcome of a well-connected and accessible city through improved road safety. The same holds true for the proposed no stopping restrictions at Darville Street in Riccarton and Wigram Road in Halswell. Now we've had discretionary response funds granted to the Bangaliana Christchurch in the amount of $800 towards the venue hire and entertainment costs of the Durga Festival for the Eastern Indian Cultural Community Day this coming October 2024. And then the Awatea Athletics Incorporated in the amount of $2,000 towards its volunteer and coach support project, and to the Hornby Good Companions Club, $1,000 and $1,500 towards their bus trips project. Now to Helen on the Youth Development Fund allocations.
Thank you. Again, we've got a fairly high use of youth development. Just one old signal is the one going to Australia from the Halswell United Association Football Club. That's a very active club for soccer in Halswell. Going on to the Riccarton Youth Audit, staff have engaged Revision to conduct a youth audit of the Riccarton streetscape, including the surrounding streets, mall, bus lounges, and Division Street. So that will come through at some stage. The Riccarton Collective, this was started by Tyler about 2 years ago now, or 18 months ago, and it's looking at combining the Riccarton groups in a more, or working with the Riccarton groups in a more cohesive way. So they had the last session that I was at, and it's talking about how do the Riccarton groups connect more, in a more regular way, and how do they do this? Do you need a chairperson? Do you have a rotating chairperson? So it's that sort of discussion. And the last one I'm doing is Matatiki is a hit with the Hornby and wider community. It's had a bumper first 3 months of operation. You'll note the photo of the pool's very busy. So since opening its doors in April, Christchurch's newest pool, library and customer service hub has welcomed over 800,000 visitors. No, 80,000 visitors. So it's really excellent and it's going well. Marie.
Yep. So the Halswell Community Church hosted its first youth group, the Halswell Youth Connections, for years 6 to 8 on the first Friday of this school term. This is now being held every Friday afternoon at the Halswell Community Hub, which is located at 381 Halswell Road. And that's all from us. Thank you.
Brilliant timing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and last but not least is Coastal Burwood Linwood.